Should be on. Okay. Happy Friday. I don't know. It's not on yet.
Happy Friday.
I think there's a delay. We could. Oh,
Okay.
we're on.
Are we on?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
Fun.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome back. If
Happy
you-
Friday, y'all.
One of our listeners, you may have missed us for a minute.
Oh, we've been missing in
Surely.
action. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm surprised we didn't get any, phone calls or emails.
I know. We never give out our phone numbers.
Oh,
and emails.
true.
Do you ever, sometimes when I see that people have given out their phone number,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, ooh,
Like-
that is
oh, like my
risky.
husband?
Oh.
all over social media. But he sells a lot of
yes.
stuff, and he
Yes.
is constantly, just call me, and I'm like, oh.
Yes.
But that's what he wants. Is
Very
people,
accessible.
Yeah, he's very accessible.
I mean, I think that's,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. It just makes me like,
Yeah, it makes me.
you're opening
I feel
yourself
like
up
somebody, yes, yeah.
for some communication.
Yeah, and I feel like somebody maybe put my phone number out there for the prank, or not prank, but the spam. So this is a terrible story, and I had nothing to do with it, but it was reported to me when I was a drug rep or a pharmaceutical rep, and there was a manager that maybe wasn't the most loved manager, and a couple people on the team, not me, put his phone number. They would put it in all those credit card things, and so he would get and he would say stuff we'd be doing ride-alongs, and he would say, "Oh, I've been getting so many of these spam."
You feel like you put it in
And I'm like,
shock.
I did not have anything to do with that, but I feel bad.
terrible.
It wasn't that terrible, because then I get them all the time. So I'm like, maybe somebody put it in my thing, but I don't know. So
Yeah.
cool.
Surely not.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
So how have you been? When I was writing actually the month recap, because it has been a minute,
yeah,
I was like, oh, wow. I had to jog my memory, what even happened at spring break.
a lot of. Is that how long it's been?
Yeah, that was in
Well,
March.
yeah, we went to Palm Springs. Now, did we talk about Palm Springs? I feel like we did, but
Was it spring break?
yes.
Then no, we haven't talked about it.
Okay. Well,
Tell me.
It was great. We went to Palm Springs, very quick trip, the whole fam, the kids and everything, and it was beautiful weather. We went on some amazing hikes, and the best part about it is
yeah.
I got to
Pictures.
meet up with my best friend and her
Yes.
husband.
That's
so that was not expected, and we got to do that. So
That's awesome.
It was great. Yeah. We stayed in a really cool Airbnb out there. Had some coyote encounters, and
Yes. With thankfully a
glass
door in between.
but it didn't
you.
seem like it, because he would he was come right up to the door.
Yeah.
So he was very tame, or whatever,
Yeah.
domesticated.
Yeah. You never
Yeah.
know with those wild animals.
Yeah, I felt so weird. So
Yeah.
it was scary to go in the hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'll sit on this side of you, Noah.
There with you?
Yeah. The kids wouldn't go. They were like,
yeah.
no. And I'm pointing at the
Thanks.
kids because we have
Yeah.
some special guests.
Oh, yes.
Shall we-
You hear any Nintendo
Chatter.
Switch action? They don't even know we're talking
Gavin
about
and
them.
Noah in the
They're
house.
into it.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
We're doing the mom show in real life mom mode.
Yes. Yeah. We're parenting and
Yeah.
our spring break was brought to us by basketball. We went to
that's
Oklahoma and watched the Thunder
Was that so
Pacers
fun?
game. So fun. Lane actually got a lot of autographs from because he was cheering for the Pacers. So it was like the
Nice.
away team doesn't usually have as many people waiting for their autographs. but
Okay,
he was
that's fair.
pumped.
Yeah.
And then we watched Rogersville in the state.
Yes, tell me how they did.
tournament. They got third.
They
Third
got
in the
that's
state.
actually really good.
It's really good because one of the team that won it was actually invited to be in the Tournament of Champions.
Wow.
So, that's like the best teams in the country.
We used to go to that all the time.
And that's the team that
Cool.
won our class.
Wow.
But they did so awesome. It's just so fun to watch.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was feels like a long time ago.
It does feel like a long time ago.
So anyways, anything else new? We've kind of switched. Speaking of basketball, we've kind of switched into,
Yeah.
I think I like baseball.
I do like baseball. It is fun. And
Yeah.
it's just fun. I love the games. We had our first game on Monday. Super fun. Just to
cute.
see the kids growing in their skills throughout the years. It's actually you're like, oh, my kid can do that. You're just
Yeah.
proud of them.
Yeah.
It's, there's some games, T-ball, that's not
Yeah.
as exciting to watch.
Yeah.
But
I hate that I call it like this. I don't mean it negative because I loved it, but I literally refer to those little years as the ugly years.
Yeah.
It just it's not that it's
Yeah.
bad or I didn't enjoy it, but it's
kinda hard.
And now it starts to resemble a sport.
Yes.
So-
yes, they're learning, and
Yeah.
oh man, they're so cute.
Yes.
They're so cute in their little uniforms. I
Oh my
can't get
gosh.
over it.
They're so
cute.
cute.
Baseball uniforms are kind of super cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've only had one game because, Gavin had a broken arm last year, so we didn't get to do it.
Is that right?
So we've only had one game, and it hasn't been 100 degrees yet. But so far, I'm like, I think I love baseball.
Yeah, just you wait.
I got to
you
order my
wait.
wagon gotta
Are
get
you
my
are you
wagon
gonna
for
get
my
one?
chairs.
Okay,
I
I'm
think so.
I'm gonna do it.
Will
I'm
they
gonna
let
do
you
it.
bring coolers in?
Yeah, I think you
I
can
feel
bring
like,
whatever.
yeah, you have
I
all
don't.
your
Maybe
stuff,
depending
like
on
your
the
picnic
place.
and your
I'm about to.
chairs.
That's like a mom
do
move.
it.
That's like you've arrived at
You
motherhood.
already
I
have
can't
the
believe-
outfits.
I have the
You have the
outfits over the
outfits.
game.
You are like
the chairs. I got the
the
chairs.
cutest baseball mom.
Oh, well, thank you. But I have thought about that wagon quite a bit. I'm like, that's
too.
like I've arrived. Where do we get them? At Sam's? Or
Well, I was
Costco?
looking them up on Amazon. There is
I'm gonna
quite a
get one.
selection. I
How
fell asleep.
expensive are they?
Oh, there's a range.
Okay.
There's some of them are fancy. I'm like, those wheels
With, like,
could probably
umbrella?
get through any terrain.
Oh, that's nice.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Cool.
yeah.
Well,
So we're all in baseball.
yeah,
So fun.
baseball. I'll
and-
tell you. I was gonna say. I tell you what has been affecting me quite a bit is our dog, Bernie.
Like good or bad?
Not so good. He's
Oh, no,
been a.
what's he into?
He got fixed or whatever.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks ago, and I thought that was supposed to calm him down. It has not. He's actually been like the most rambunctious he's ever been. But I think we've been super busy, and
Yeah.
I think that affects him.
Yeah.
We've been in and out. Like on Monday, it was like come home from work, take him out for a second, go to baseball, go to Globetrotters, go to, like do all of that.
Yeah.
We got home at 9:30 and we forgot to leave any lights on because it was light
Yeah.
whenever we left. So I think he was confused. So he wakes up at like 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we've just had some incidences this week. Digestive. I won't
okay.
I won't get into that, but just
yeah.
so much work to get it cleaned. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like
You're like, it's a good thing you're so cute.
that's it. And he got groomed today and he looks so cute. I'll show
He
you
is
a
so
picture.
cute.
He's so
he
cute.
looks like the perfect dog for your
He
family.
is so cute. He,
Like looks wise, he just like the perfect.
those are my colors.
Aldridge
Ooh,
dog.
oh, that's my question. I have so many questions, but I do feel like we have a dog that is the dog version of Xander, our 5-year-old. They
Oh,
are
that is
one and the same,
hilarious.
and their behaviors, like how hard Xander was. He like if we got a dog or a kid, it would be Bernie or whatever. So, but yeah, so but the colors, of course, because they're black, white, and it's like tan. He's tricolored, but those are my brand colors, my personal brand colors.
Yeah.
Black, white, and gold.
Yes, he's in there.
What is did we talk about this?
No.
What's your
do I
personal
have one?
brand
I don't
colors?
know. I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Today, I don't know. I need to think about that.
Maroon?
But I was looking at my closet. I know for real. I'm in my maroon era for sure.
Yeah.
But I was just talking about this. My closet is like every color and print, and I'm like, I need to like get rid of. Why do I hold on to everything?
Oh.
So
yeah.
if you looked at my closet,
Yeah.
I don't know that you would know my brand. It's like I've
Oh,
tried
same.
everything.
I have
Not that everything
everything.
has to be like black, white, and gold in your
Yeah.
closet, but still, it's
Yeah.
like, I'm
I
really sure what.
I feel like I'm drawn to that, and
Yeah.
my house is that, my dog is that. Like
Yeah.
some of my favorite outfits are that, and I'll pair it with gold jewelry. And like I bought these new earrings. They're gold flowers with like black and white, and my team's like, you've been wearing those every day, like. But
Aren't they wonderful?
aren't they cute? But they're a little heavy, so I'm like,
I feel like if I had one look that I love and I'm always drawn to, it's like it's kind of like an anthropology, like jewel tone, like that, like yellow and teal jewel tone,
Yes.
and like off white.
I know what you're talking about.
I feel like
That
I love
makes you
anything
feel-
that looks like anthropology,
Anthropology.
even though I've never bought one piece
because
of
it's $1
clothing
million.
in there,
But
but
everything
I like
in there
being
is
in there.
super cute, and
Yeah,
it smells
just good
good.
ideas. Oh yeah, it smells so good.
My best
Favorite
friend, long time
candles.
ago, got me a candle there. I had never had
Yes.
one, and I went there again. I was like, "Dang, is this what she really paid for this? Like,
I
it's
know,
expensive."
they're so good.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyways, that was okay. So I don't have like a fun fact, but
Mm.
I had just wrote this down as like a fact. But
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like sometimes when you hear about something once or somebody brings something up, then you start hearing about it everywhere?
Oh, sure.
So for me, it has been a book called Raising Mentally Strong Kids.
Oh.
Like a girlfriend told me she was reading it, so we are talking about it, and then literally I listened to Sadie Robertson podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after the podcast I was listening to, it just went to Sadie's podcast, and it was with the author of this book, and they were talking
But that's
about
on
this
purpose.
book.
You know that, right?
Yes. And yes, for sure. For
You are being
sure.
listened to and watched.
For sure. Have you ever seen that meme that's like in the 60s, they're like on the phone with the cords, like in other houses, but they're like, do you think they're listening to us? Like the government or whoever.
Yes.
And now
Yeah.
we're like, hey, Siri.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we don't care.
Isn't
But
that
anyways,
funny?
yes, that does happen. But so this book, Raising
Yes.
Mentally Strong
That's
Kids, has
awesome.
been, I'll send you the podcast.
Yeah.
I should have done that before the show.
That's all
but
good.
Yeah, it's the author. He teamed up with the president of the Love and Logic Institute.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a psychologist, and this guy is the Love and Logic Institute president. And they wrote this book, and so I just took some notes.
Okay.
And thought,
so you listened to the whole thing?
Well, so no.
Okay. But
The podcast. I listened to the podcast with the author, the Dr. Amen.
That's a fun name.
I know, it's actually spelled Amen. So,
Amen.
I know.
Amen.
So it's like easy to remember.
It's kind of fun.
But yeah, so the first one was, he said, like, with raising mentally strong kids, it was like, model the message. Like, what kind of parent do you want to be? And like, what kind of kids do you want to raise? And so it, it requires a little bit of like stop and reflect and think, or, what
we had that conversation at lunch. Had lunch with a good friend and just talking about mentally, like, for practices. Our kids are so involved in sports, and it's like sometimes you don't feel like going to practice, but you have a commitment and staying. Like I feel like that's a little bit of discipline, is going to practice and doing that because you don't feel like it when you're tired and all the things. But because, we were just talking about not letting our kids convince us to not let them go. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Just like committing to it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that. I want them to be like committed and disciplined, and I mean, mentally strong with it, because you have to sometimes convince yourself, that you got to just do something. You don't feel like it.
Yeah.
But go.
I feel like with that, I'm like the opposite end of the spectrum, to where I'm almost too like, we can't miss anything.
Right.
And even with like, all the summer stuff coming out and vacations or camps, it's like, I don't know that I'd be able, like, the thought of planning a vacation, I'm kind of like, but wait, is there a baseball, or is there, I wish I was like, it's like freeing to, so you've got to find the balance. Like, yes, you're committed.
Yes.
You want to be like,
yes,
you committed. But, so anyways, but yeah, just, I feel like we chat a lot about like what type of kids we're trying to raise. I feel like we're on the same page with that.
Raising little husbands.
Boys. I know, for real.
So do you know what I dug out of my bookshelf? I don't think I told you this. This was I was going to talk about this. I dug out, oh my goodness, Wild at Heart.
Oh, yeah.
we talked about that.
You were going to say your list of like things you wanted in a husband.
Oh, good. Yeah, I do have that. But no, we talked about that on Around the Track. Wild at Heart. I really want to read that.
Yes, we should read it.
There's so many boy moms on our team.
For sure.
Literally, we could have a group on boy moms.
For sure, we
Even
could.
if you're not only a boy mom, you're raising a boy. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure. That's just our special talent. We
boys and future husbands.
Boys only. But yes, no, I know. So I feel like this is a funny thing they say. He's like, a lot of it's about listening and like listening to your kids. And he says, like, don't try to download your 30 years of experience. I find that I do that with Lane. I think because he's a teenager, and I'm like, I even feel like I hear the Lord telling me, like, stop talking, and I like keep going, and it's like, but I just have one more thing to tell him. Like, that's how I feel. Like almost funny. Like I'm being disobedient, but really like listening and and another thing. Oh, okay. So that he's talking about like.
This is it. I read a quote yesterday that said the problem with communication is that we listen to respond and not to understand.
Yes.
Right.
That's a word.
I was like, that's me. I'm always thinking about what I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
And I interrupted you.
No. Do you know the Hamilton soundtrack?
No. I mean,
so
I've tried.
That's right. I think we talked about this. I so hard. Love it and know all the words to all the songs. But there's one song where Alexander Hamilton's like very passionate about what his political stance is, and Aaron Burr is kind of like he tells him like, talk less, smile more.
Yes.
Even though I hear that in my mind, I'm like, talk less, because I want to just be like, and then if this happens in this scenario, like I'm always trying to like everything's a teachable moment basically. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think in some conversations I'm always I read other people quite a bit, and the people that are slow to respond, I think I judge them a little bit like, what are they, like not, I don't know, because it's just not what I do. And so, yeah.
I am so sorry. I thought that was a child. I thought that was one of our kids' backpacks. I'm so sorry. Okay.
I know.
Yes, we're good. No, I stole one too many backpacks.
It's all good.
From the lobby. But yes. I know. Do you get nervous when there's a quiet moment?
Yeah,
Like
like-
almost like gotta feel the silence?
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on who the person is, obviously.
Yeah,
But I just do appreciate sometimes when I watch people listen. And I'm like, wow, that's an awesome
Yes.
skill.
And when you
Yeah.
when you do it, whenever
Yeah.
I actually am doing it, I feel like in the back of my mind, I'm like, you're doing it. Like, I not to be weird
Yeah.
or silly, but I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're doing, like, I want to pat myself on the back. Like, just
Yeah.
listen. But especially with your kids, like,
Yeah.
just listening.
Yeah.
But one of the things they talk about, like, if you want to raise independent and strong children, which obviously we do,
Yeah.
it says, don't solve all their problems.
Yeah.
That I feel like is because my mom was she loves to make everything perfect. And I feel like I have that in me too, to like fix everything and make everything perfect for them. But like, it's actually like robbing them of self-esteem and like feelings of self-competence.
Empowerment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like they talk about like giving their problems back to them and, you
Yeah.
know, let them deal with the consequences of, you know, where these guys are second graders, like second grade consequences, like
Yeah.
let them struggle through that because
Yeah.
they're just going to get to be bigger as they get older and they need to know how to solve a problem.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
anyways, it was really good. And then
Yeah.
also he talked a little bit about like, blaming, like don't blame other people. Don't blame other like outside, you know, when something doesn't go wrong. And I think about that, especially with sports,
Yeah.
because it's easy. They get in the car and it's like, oh, it was the refs, it was this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Yeah.
not get in a habit of,
Blaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
take some ownership of like, okay, it didn't go your way. What can you do better? Like,
Yeah. That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
so, but it's so,
like
yeah, it's
that.
good for me. I was like, oh, because there'll be times where I'm like,
Yeah.
and just side note, thank you to the people that put themselves out there to be refs, because I would
Oh, gosh.
never.
Yeah.
Actually, at the state championship, this was hilarious. They did like a little like infomercial type thing in the middle, like during a timeout or whatever, like, hey,
Sportsmanship.
calling all like soccer moms, like basically trying to recruit people to be refs, and I'm like, oh, you could not even pay me enough to
Yeah.
put myself through that torture.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
am thankful that there are people that can handle it.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So, okay. So the other part I just had during the podcast, there were like two parts that stuck out to me, but the other one was like about attachment and bonding. I feel like you are so good at being so intentional with your time, with your kids, but they suggest like 20 minutes a day with each child where there's no, like whatever they want to do. And you're not like asking them questions. I feel like, I don't know if it's just because Lane's 13
Yeah.
and he's a man of few words. I feel like I'm constantly asking him questions, trying to like pull some conversation out, but it's like no questions, just sit and do the thing they want to do and listen to them, because they will talk. And then like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like what you're
I always have things for them to do, because we don't have very much time at night. But on the weekends, it's pretty good. I mean, I think we just do free play, and I think I've mastered letting them be bored or letting us be bored together.
So good.
Like we
It's
just, I'm like, we
so
don't have to. I could actually never watch TV ever again.
Yeah.
Like I just don't need it.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I don't even know anything I'm watching. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah. And then like, I mean, I will say the only thing I kind of like on this weekend only is The Master.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that
Yes.
feeling of, oh, it's almost spring. And like, I
Yes.
just, it's so beautiful. And,
Yes.
and obviously my husband loves it, and it is fun. Tiger, like, come on. So
I know.
But in general, just us being
Same.
bored, like, and I want our kids to sit in silence at dinner with us, and then they always
Yes.
speak. There's always words that
Yes.
come out. So
Yes.
that's me. But
I know. I
yeah.
feel like people are afraid to like say no to electronics
Oh.
or something, but it's like they will find something to do.
yes, they will.
So
yes,
that's good for them. Even
Yeah.
if they complain a little bit, they'll find
yes,
something to do, and
They
they
do.
live to tell about it.
yeah, they do. Yeah,
But so yeah, and then
I like that.
Yeah, just listening. I feel like listening. I need to be like
Yeah,
intentional about just listening, because again, I'm guilty of like trying to download all the things.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well, that
Anyways, so
is
yeah,
awesome.
That was just a little bit that I got
So,
from that from that podcast.
I love that.
The other thing that was kind of on my mind is, because I've just had lots of different experiences,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I don't know if there's any advice to give. Not really, because I don't know how we got here. But we have such a great like group of parents
Yes.
on our
Yes.
kids sports.
Yes.
And like the coaches, like these dads that step up, and we've just been so
They're
lucky
amazing.
and just the difference, like the difference that it can make for your kids.
Yeah.
Like having
It's my son. It's, I mean, yes. I hope it's like that with Xander because, I mean, obviously he's
Yeah.
not in school yet, but you hear that it's not like this for every kid.
Yeah.
So then it's fine. But, this is a sacred group that we have
For
because
sure.
we know each other. We are, getting to know each other. We look out for each other's kids. Like, I genuinely celebrate any mom that on the team that like posts something. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like, I'm so happy for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or whatever
yeah,
it is.
it's like we know all of us, like
I
we know each other.
It's a good group.
Yeah, it really is. But
Boys.
and yeah, just being intentional about that too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you'll have for Xander, like teams where you don't know all the moms, and I feel like you're good at getting in there. Sometimes it takes.
That's what I'm
somebody
gonna
to,
try. Well,
get
and me and
there
Sherelle, I think we're gonna do our thing. But it was
Oh,
so funny. So
good.
this
Yes.
morning, like we have an outbuilding and quite the process. But Sherelle's husband, Colby, I think, is
Yes.
making the bathroom for it, building the
Oh,
bathroom.
awesome.
So we had like 5 or 6 people, like his people there doing that, and I'm just like on my computer. I was working from home this morning, like in my jammies, and in walks Grayson.
Oh,
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
And then in walks the Beckett.
Yes,
At the lung.
Beckett,
And I was like, well, there's a
yes.
couple of you Wilsons here. It was so cute. And then
know.
Xander went bananas. Like they got to hang out for like an hour.
That's
and
awesome.
He was so proud.
Yeah.
Because Xander hasn't had many friends
Yeah.
over. None. I mean, maybe like a couple, maybe for birthday. But it just, it melted my heart because I texted Sherelle. I was like, they want popcorn. Like it's 8:30 in the morning. Is that okay? And she was so confused because she's like, I thought they were working. I'm like, he's here working and the kids are here, but she was in like a different city. So with the daughter.
That's
It
funny.
was so
Do you?
funny.
I feel like sometimes I love offering kids like not in like a
Yeah,
weird like
no.
you want candy, but like if I've got
Oh,
food, I'm like, hey, I feel
I-
like that's the way to their heart.
It is.
especially with these
I love
boys.
those. I could have eaten these little boys up.
Yeah.
They were so good.
Yeah.
Bernie was going bananas.
Yeah.
But, and I felt bad because he was like bigger than Beckett. But, and then, it was
know.
just like that kind of thing where I already feel connected to them. And I
Yeah.
texted the mom and I was like,
Yeah.
we go to church with them too. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
really good. So,
Yeah, because I feel like sports and activities has replaced kind of playing outside in your neighborhood. So like,
yeah.
it's awesome when it's like kids that you want your kids
Yes.
to like
Yes.
be
Yeah. Grayson's so cute.
good friends with. But
Okay.
anyways, this is not really on the topic.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's our show. We can adjust.
I feel like another thing besides listening, I've been trying to be better at is holding things like loosely, like in like I feel-
figuratively.
yeah. Like I feel like the things that I cling to and like want to make happen, I feel like the Lord's like, I feel like I don't know. I
My
don't know what
mom
I'm trying
used
to say what.
My mom used to say, because I am infant, I like if I want something or,
Yeah.
I want my way or whatever, like I
Yeah.
am very headstrong.
Yeah.
And so my mom used to say, the more you push it away.
Yeah.
That's what she would say to me. And it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And I think anything I have tried to force in my life has never worked
Yeah.
out. Truly.
Or just things that you cling to because it's what you think is going to be the best, but like
Yeah.
you don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
I always
So
worry
anyways,
about
that's
that.
good.
Like idolizing something too much, like that it will
Yeah.
be taken away.
Yeah.
So I always get worried about that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holding, I think that's probably a good lesson
Yeah.
in life. Sorry, I'm pulling my hair out. But just not being extreme on everything or anything,
Yeah.
the moderation's kind
Or
of
like you're like what you like letting go of like I'm the only person that can make the best decision and in this
Yeah.
era. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just like realizing
Yeah.
that you're not in control.
That'd be a good one for me
And-
to think about with my marriage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like with the kids though too, it's hard because you are older than them. You know,
Yeah.
you think, you kind
Yeah.
of know what, in most things would work better, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
So
That's good.
anyways, that was just a random thing. Anything you want to talk about?
Oof. What was the thing? Super random. I should probably wait for the happenings, but kindergarten screening. I see
Yes.
preschool screening. When's kindergarten screening? Did I miss it? Daniel needs to be screened. I got to send him to kindergarten.
Oh,
I know, I don't see
yeah.
anything about kindergarten screening.
So
I
have
need
you
to do
seen
some
Day and
research.
K?
Yeah.
Day
So
and
I
K.
registered for that. But like, when do
I
they?
haven't seen
Because our
anything
preschool teacher is
Yeah.
amazing, and she's like,
Yeah.
"When is the kindergarten screening?" I'm like, I I don't
Yeah.
know. So I got to figure that out.
I would just call the primary.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I wish
yeah,
I knew for
I
you.
know.
I don't.
That was my PTA mom question.
Yes. I don't know because we don't do anything with the screen. We just do something with the D&K.
Dan K. Okay, well, we registered Xander for that. But
So
the thing
fun.
I was going to talk about last time was how fun family night was, and you were a big part of
the
that.
family
That was
night
great.
was awesome.
That was really great.
Yes, it's like a new.
Yes.
They just started it this year.
Okay.
They did it at the elementary and the primary, and it was just a night for
So great.
families to come. There's like a scavenger hunt and the book fair, and some girlfriends we were talking about how. Because there's really not a lot of opportunity for us to get in the building, like families to just be in the building when it's not revolving around like your child's performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a conference
Yeah.
or a meeting with a teacher.
Yeah.
Like it's just, you just come,
Yeah.
be in the building.
It's
I
fun.
thought it was awesome. I didn't realize it was happening at the same time as when I signed up for the book fair. So I signed
yeah.
up for every slot for the book fair. So I actually did not experience the whole
Yeah.
family night,
Yeah.
but Gavin had a blast.
Yeah,
and
it was so good.
I loved seeing all the families.
Oh,
It was
it's so
such
good.
a great turnout. We
It
had
is
such a
like-
great community, for sure.
And yes, and the difference between like, I used to have a pastor that would talk about like life groups and joining a life group. It's the difference when you walk into a place, and you're like, you know everybody, you're
Yes.
waving versus like being shy and stuff like that. But like us to have those connections. And
Yes.
I mean, I felt like I was, just you're waving. I'm sure everybody's coming up to
Yes.
you. It's like, not that, but you feel like it's family. It's a community. And,
Yes.
I mean, I haven't laughed that hard at Coach Reeves in the
What happened? Tell me.
gym
I didn't
with
get to
the
experience
but
it. What was
parachute.
it?
They're
Okay.
playing. We did not. It's the parachute game in
Okay.
the gym, and I mean, Coach Reeves is funny, anyways. And it's sharks and lifeguards. And have you played this?
No,
my-
I was checking out people at the book fair
We
all
were
night.
laughing so hard.
Oh,
so
I love that.
the kids line up, and there's sharks that get underneath the parachute, and then there's lifeguards that go around, and the sharks literally take the people's feet and pull them under, and it
Oh.
looks so funny. I'm like, how did they do that? Xander was doing it. This little teeny,
So
it's
pulling them under like
all the way under, and then they're a shark, and I mean they would disappear underneath the parachute, and it
that's
was
hilarious.
hilarious. I mean, Jess Bowman and I were dying laughing.
that is
It was so
awesome.
funny. And then like just because then the lifeguards, if they see somebody going under, they try to save.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they're running
Oh,
around.
I wish I could have seen
I mean, I
this.
was giggling so hard. I have it on
That's-
video because
oh, that's funny.
It's like I don't even want to play. I just want to soak all this in. Like,
Yes, I feel like that building does such a good job
Yes.
of creating that environment of
yes,
like.
I love
you're
that
welcome
building.
Here, I love that building.
I
too.
love that building.
Love it. So also on that note, we had the Rogersville Education Foundation Gala.
Yes.
This
Oh yeah.
weekend.
How did it go?
It was so good.
I
and-
haven't seen one picture. I'm mad at everybody.
You know I'm
like,
terrible at pictures.
yeah, but somebody has pictures. I haven't seen one.
Okay,
And I even
well,
saw like
if I
Teresa.
see one, I'll.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was the same type of deal.
Yeah.
Like, just like all the people in
Everybody.
your community, and I will say like, Dr. Valentine like
Oh, yeah.
greeted everybody and then like prayed for the food, and I just was like sitting there like, this is the
That's cool.
community we get to send our kids.
Yeah.
That are like
It's
caring
good.
about our kids. Like,
Yeah.
It's just so genuine. And there were a lot of like, they give out all the like grants. And when they called, and some of the high school teachers stuff, like, I don't know. But when they called up Coach Reeves, some
Everybody's,
parents were like,
"Woo,
woo,
woo."
yeah, Coach Reeves. And so Dr. Katzen was like, oh, got a fan favorite.
He
So
is
he's
good.
awesome.
He is good. It was his birthday a couple days ago.
Oh,
the boys.
fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. So, yes,
Oh,
no, it was
good.
good. It just, such good community. I feel like that's kind of been the theme of our conversation is just like
Yeah.
being so intentional with your community and like
Yes.
getting in there and contributing and meeting
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. And
That's so
not
good.
everybody's like I'm not really an extrovert, but I do love,
I'm an introverted extrovert
yeah.
or an extroverted
And I think I'm the
introvert.
opposite.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Does it matter? Okay. So like,
I-
which one you lean towards? You're like, I'm a introverted extrovert.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I'm an extroverted
introverted introvert.
introvert.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Because I love being around people, but I got to recharge.
I mean,
Like
I, do
I kind of
too.
hit a wall. Charles could go all
You know what?
day
I think
into
I
the
might.
next day.
But see, so could Noah, and
Yeah.
I'm opposite
Yeah.
of him. I just
Yeah.
want to do nothing
they're
by myself.
extroverted extroverts.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
What?
We love those
Oh
people.
yeah, we
Clearly,
do.
we
Clearly, they can pick up. They
Yeah.
can carry any
Yes.
conversation, which is great. And I mean, I
Yes.
love that. But sometimes
Yes.
I'm like, I
Me
just want to be by
too.
myself.
And I feel like my entire family, it's like the minute we wake up, they're like, who are we going to see together? Who are we going to see today? Can somebody come over for dinner? Can we do? And I'm like, oh, what, would it be terrible if it's just the
all
four of
hang
us?
out.
Like,
That's how I always feel.
Even on my birthday, I had a girlfriend be like, what'd you do for dinner? And so I said, we went to this restaurant. She's like, oh, who all was there? And I was like, just
Oh,
us.
that was a gift
and
for
I
you.
loved it.
I am
We
there.
had conversation because
No one wants to have the whole
want to
world
be
over.
silly all the time. And like, it's funny because I sometimes feel like my biggest complaint is they laugh all the time. I love laughter.
It
like
is so
that
funny.
silly laughter. After a while, I'm like, oh, okay, I just want to talk and ask like real questions. So,
Yeah,
but it was
so
so good. So
true.
yeah, I
Yeah.
sometimes just love when it's just
Oh.
the four of us.
Yes.
But
That, I mean, 100%. That's how I grew up, and not that that's right, but that's my
Yeah,
my
me too.
reality.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
Noah, I mean, look at what, like, we're at the game on Monday, and your husband,
Yeah.
my husband, and me were sitting, and he's like, oh, hey, can I have a bunch of guys over on Saturday night for poker and, to watch the fight or whatever? I was like, sure. Like, the answer, and Charles was like, way to put her on the spot, and I was like,
I love that he asked you that in front of like,
honey, I'm like, what
hey,
am I
Mom,
going to
I'm
say?
Thinking about it.
Right. And I said, well, who are the
Yeah.
husbands so then I can invite the wives or a couple of
Yeah.
the wives? And where's the list? I'm like asking. So
Aww.
Noah and Gavin have already decided he's
Okay,
coming over.
they're gonna be there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm not planning much. I kind of want to watch, this is so dumb, but the Tina Turner documentary. I don't know anything about it.
no,
But
same.
I'm playing Tina Turner in Healthcare Week in May for our.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to have the wig, the dress, and I'm going around with the other leaders as the entourage, and we are singing, "You're simply the best."
Aw,
But I'm not really
that's
singing
so
because I have the
fun.
worst voice ever.
Oh, that sounded
So I just
good.
kind of need to like channel my
Yes,
Tina Turner.
yes.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Because didn't she pass away?
She did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so one
But
of the
she's-
hosts on the Bobby Bones show
Yes.
was like mega fan.
Okay, she's a big
And
deal.
She apparently has like a really interesting story.
Yes.
Of just
She got out of
overcoming
abuse.
and-
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. So that's what I'm
just
on.
overcomer. That's awesome.
So, but we
That's
just
fun.
thought that we're gonna.
So you're inviting the moms over to watch Tina Turner.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. So it's fine. But yeah,
You're good at hosting. You
Ugh.
have a great.
I do get stressed. I'm like, oh, I gotta have all the things.
I know, but you don't. You don't
know.
portray that.
Oh, good.
No, you don't.
Oh, that's
You're just
nice.
like, come over.
Okay.
I feel like yeah.
Fine. Cool.
So I don't really
Yeah.
have anything for the happenings except Stronger Men's
Yes.
conference is this weekend,
That's
which
right.
is amazing. Lane is going for the first
Oh,
time. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, with some friends.
Yeah,
and their
Noah has
dads.
gone, I think, every year but last year, or like
Yeah.
several years. He didn't go, I think he was out of town for last
Yeah.
year. But
Is he going this year?
no.
Okay, not
he's
this year.
not, no.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I can't believe anytime like James River hosts some big.
And it's
things,
at
I
like
can't imagine.
JQH
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Great Southern.
thing. Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
But that's huge.
Yeah, and the speakers that are coming in, and
They're
yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Just pouring into.
We
the
have
men of
people
the community.
staying at our house tonight that they're in town to go to that.
Oh, that's
so Noah
awesome.
was like, yeah, you can just stay
I love that
with their
That's
sons.
Awesome.
It's like 2 sons and a dad. I was like, that's fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
that's
So,
awesome.
Anyways, okay.
Oh yeah, I don't really. I mean,
I know.
surely there's other
spring,
things
85
happening.
degrees this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah, I know.
Sunshine. That's it. That's
Yes.
the happening.
I feel like sunshine is your fuel.
Me or
Yeah. I mean, in
yes.
general, but
I know.
especially you.
It really
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah.
love being out.
I do too.
It is
It is.
my jam. I mean, talk to me when I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so hot. But
know.
like, I just feel like I've missed it so bad.
Yeah.
Like warm weather.
But if we get these wagons, we can have like our fans and our misters.
Oh, we
got
gotta
to
get. I can't wait. I want to shop. Maybe if you see a good
Yeah.
one, send it to me because
Oh, there's
I'm gonna
a
make
million.
I think that will be my Mother's Day gift.
Yeah.
One of them or whatever
Yeah.
because I think that's a good Mother's Day.
Yes. It's a gift to your family.
I think so.
Look at you taking one for the team.
Yeah, there was another dumb gift like, oh, you want another skillet? I was like, that's a family gift.
Yeah.
Not a Mother's
You're
Day
like, you're
gift.
saying you like my cooking.
Yeah.
How do you like that skillet you got?
It's
like
average. It's supposed to be the hex thingy. It still
No.
sticks. It still sticks.
Okay.
It sticks. I think
interesting.
I love that it's obviously not toxic and it's
Yeah.
super strong but it
Yeah.
still sticks. If you don't spray, like with your eggs, if you don't
Gotcha.
spray, it's stuck.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't pay this much
What
for it.
spray do you use?
Just like from like a Costco, like,
Okay. I didn't know.
I don't use anything fancy, but
Yeah,
it's from
me neither.
Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even
I'm in
remember.
that phase where I'm like, I have a girlfriend that is into like all the ingredients.
Oh,
like
I know.
Hardcore.
I've been there.
Yeah,
It
you
stressed
kinda,
me out.
It does. It's stressful. It felt stressful.
It does.
Listening.
I think I'm just.
Yeah.
I've told you about my
Yeah, yeah.
spectrum, right?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I think that's what you have to do. But so, anyways, I didn't want to say out loud that I use Pam because I didn't know.
Oh, I have Pam.
Okay.
I have Pam, and I mean, I have the one from Costco. I think the only reason is Noah bought 2 of them. They last you forever.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you have your
we've been
supply.
working on it for a while. Yeah, like okay.
Oh, that's
But,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all I have.
This is great.
Yes.
Good conversation.
Yes, and we will. Oh yes, I will be getting up to go. You have
Okay, thanks. All right, I'll just hang here. But no, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. And tonight will be fun. We'll have baseball practice.